This was one of my most productive fishing spots, right here on the back side of the reef. I learned that I needed deep water and bull kelp right there, and those two were just a dynamite combination. I could spend my time out here profitably and actually catch fish. This is also where I lost those two fish. They were up here on the top, and who knows? I still have no idea what actually took them. Right now I really feel like I'm wasting daylight by not fishing. This bladder I'm walking in, it's like walking in snot. Yeah, this is still too deep for me to walk through. Those rocks out here, it's another, that's the edge of the big kelp forest out there. It stretches all the way around from all through here. It's all kelp around this lagoon. And when the tide goes down, you can get across this and get out to those rocks. On the moon tide, you can get out to those, which is really good. Here, look at this. I'd have to gauge the swells and go get across these. Not to be overly dramatic, but I almost died right here one afternoon. I came out here to fish, and Quasino Sound was just dead calm. There was just nothing happening out here. It was a really good day to fish. And I went down on the rocks down below here. I was standing there and just started to fish when all of a sudden the water just kind of heaved up almost to the top of my boots. And I thought, well, this isn't right. I didn't notice any wave. It must have been like a long, low swell just coming in. And the water's coming up towards the top of my boots, and I turned around and ran up here into the rocks. And when I turned around, the water just dropped all the way down. Bam! Came in. This entire area was filled with water. Everything below where I'm sitting now was just awash. And the force of the water going back out would have dragged me right off the edge of this. And I was wearing my wool boreal shirt. I had my Gore-Tex on. I had like 5 camera batteries in my pocket, the JVC camera, my muck boots on. It would have been a really bad scene. I very easily could have drowned here. And you know, when I lived in Brazil, things would happen. You know, almost didn't get in a car accident, but nothing happened. You got eyed up by some bad guys, and you know, they started to approach, but you got out of it. Nothing happened. And I had this expression. I said, "Oh, one more thing that never happened in Brazil," and I adopted that here on the island. That's just one more thing that never happened on Quasino Sound. One more thing that never happened on Alone. And you can't carry the emotional baggage of the what ifs. You really can't afford to do it. You have to engage with your right now, and right now nothing happened. So right now is okay, and right now is the only time I have to fish. Right now is the only time I have to do anything positive to influence my situation. And you can't just get bogged down in the what if I had died today? Well, I would have died. You know, or you know, Jesus said each day has evil sufficient for itself, and that is very true. You can't play the what ifs in life. This is the spot back here where I caught my first fish, 2 fish that day. They showed one of them. It made it seem like I caught 1 fish that day, but there was actually 2. And I came back here for the next 3 days and I caught fish. Well, 3 days in a row. It was the day 14, 15, and 16 that I caught fish here every day consistently, and it was just fantastic. And then the weather changed, and this area gets, the waves come right in off Quasino Sound and just really pound this area. At high tide, where I'm sitting is underwater. And it gives you an idea of how far the tide falls, rises and falls each day. And I had to fight that tide, which I'm thinking about right now, because it's starting to get to dead low tide, and I want to get over to the northwest side of the cove and show you the fishing spots over there. But my time out here was a series of discoveries that as I started to learn the cove, I learned I could get out here. At first I didn't think I could, you know, and then I came out and explored it at dead low tide, and sure enough I could get across those two channels. And then now I had this whole area of habitat to explore and to exploit and to pick clean of limpets. I'm not even seeing many limpets. I think I ate them. The keyhole limpets are in a lower tidal band. You don't see those. I'd have to search in the rocks back there. Maybe I can find some. I don't know. I haven't seen any fish or any crabs, which is typical. You just don't see them. You know they're there. After you learn that they're there, you can figure it out. But this is my first productive place. This is the first place that I came to where I said, I can do this. I can feed myself in my cove, because I got 6 fish right here at this spot. Then I learned to fish the backside of this reef and started hitting fish consistently. But it's like that. Now, I had lost 25 pounds in my first 3 weeks. I was well on my way to losing that 25 pounds when I caught those 6 fish. By day 24, the day 24 weigh-in, I lost 25 pounds. And I was worried. I really was. I was like, if this keeps up, I'm not going to be able to make it. I'm going to be like middle school weight here coming up. But it turned around. Yeah, that series of small discoveries, that was what it was all about. Just one, it's like in a survival situation, it often happens with a cascading series of errors that accumulate and create a condition that's not sustainable. For me, it was like the opposite. I came here and made this small series of discoveries that got me into a sustainable lifestyle. But it took a long time and a lot of pain before that happened. And it was a hard lifestyle once it got developed. By about day 45, I was ready for things to be done, but there was just no way I was tapping out. And I kind of leveled off. I kind of discovered the way to live out here. And it was a good life, but it wasn't all days like today. Now, I'm thrilled to be here. This is just amazing to me that I'm actually back in these places, and so many memories come flooding back, like almost dying right over there. But it didn't happen. And now it's just an exciting event that happened right over there, and nothing bad came of it. So I'm not going to carry the emotional weight of that.